I'm Kelly Hogan, and welcome back to my Zero Carb Life. I like to frequently remind people that losing weight and getting healthy is never going to be accomplished by some quick hack or 2-minute trick. For me, it has involved 20 years of removing sugars and starches, including the last 15 years of eating nothing but meat. Well, meat, eggs, a little dairy, some seasonings, and yes, I still have coffee. Mostly meat. This carnivore diet has completely changed my life. Because of eating this way, I got rid of frequent and painful boils. I used to have sternum pain called costochondritis. It is a real thing. It's horrible, and it has nothing to do with Costco at all. I used to have a lot of anxiety that dramatically reduced. I got off of acne medication, including Accutane, which is a terrible med to be on. I regained my fertility, had 3 carnivore pregnancies, have 3 healthy children. I lowered my inflammation, and I lost 130 pounds. I am incredibly grateful for all of this. I want to also point out that all of that happened without any extended fasting, without me eating a single can of sardines. Now listen, I love sardines now. I think they have many wonderful benefits. I enjoy a sardine fast. But I didn't even know that existed until the last 2 years. I had heard of sardines, not a sardine fast. And I had never tried them until about 2 years ago. I also experienced all of those benefits before I had done my very first fat fast, before I ever started lifting weights. I had never once checked my ketones until the last 2 or 3 years. And I didn't even buy a pair of blue blockers until the last 2 or 3 years. All of those amazing health benefits occurred before any of that. Okay. I had also never once done a lymphatic massage until about 2 years ago. So the majority of my results came from removing carbs and taking walks. My doctor told me in 2004 that I was highly inflamed from excessive carbohydrate intake, which is no surprise because I used to eat a lot of cereal and potatoes and anything fat-free I could find, which was, if you don't have fat and it's not high in protein, it's carbs. That's all you got. It's carbs. So when he told me that, he explained what carbohydrates were, and I cut out all of them. I ate mostly meat from that day on. He also encouraged me to walk. Well, at that point, I weighed 262 pounds, and I felt like garbage. So I didn't walk far, and I didn't walk fast. But from that day on, I have not had a single potato or bite of potato. I haven't had another bite of pasta, not one bite of fruit. And from that day on, even though all carbs weren't gone at that point, I was still having pickles and green beans, diet soda. Meat became the focus of every single meal from that point forward. And I also started taking some after dinner walks. That's where I started. And it started with walking to the first street light, which was not far. It was near my house, turn around and come back. That's it. That's all I did. And then eventually I made it to the second street light and would come back. And the third street light. Eventually I was going around the block because, you're halfway. You might as well just keep going at that point. I have not been really consistent in my walks for the entire 20 years since then. But I have always understood the importance of moving and walking. And now, of course, we're seeing more and more research about the benefits when it comes to glucose regulation, digestion, mental health benefits, better sleep, and just overall not dying, longevity. So I know this is kind of a long intro, but I want to emphasize that I know for sure that quick gimmicks will never be as beneficial as year after year of just consistently keeping the diet right, which for me means animal products, and moving our bodies. If you only did those 2 things for the next 20 years, I'm just going to bank on it. You're going to get some pretty amazing results as well. On Instagram about a week ago, I shared a video about the idea of doing something for longer instead of just going harder. And I know sharing my own Instagram reel feels really cringy, actually. But I'm going to do it anyway. I had laryngitis that day, but here's the clip.
I recently heard my online friend Leah Hope say, instead of just trying harder, go harder, just try for longer. And that hit home Because when I first started out on this health journey of weight loss and carnivore and cutting out sugars and carbs and eating only meat, yes, I saw some changes, but it took many years for some of it to start really showing up. So yeah, I could have gone harder, harder, harder. Sometimes the answer is stick with it. Go for longer. Try longer. I like that.
Okay, so consistency for the win, carnivore for the win, walking for the win. It's not about doing the most that can be done all the time. It's about doing better than before and aiming for progress, especially when it comes to our diet, carnivore, and movement. Take the walk. Okay, good. I feel better. Now let's get to today's topic, the lymphatic system. Let's be real. Most of us, myself way included, did not treat our body as a temple before discovering this carnivore way of life. We've eaten junk. We've had all of the sugar. We've put some questionable things into our systems. I have. I literally ate cake after it had been in my trash can. Yes, really. And you can stop being judgy because I know I'm not the only one. If you have any cake from a trash can stories, feel free to post them in the comments. But now look at us. We're here. We're eating steak and we're trying to heal. And as many of you know, healing isn't just about food, but the food is really, really important. Back to the lymphatic system. The lymphatic system is sort of like our body's garbage system, with the garbage trucks clearing out the waste, all the toxins, and all that extra fluid. When we're eating really clean, you're giving your body a break from piling on more of that junk. But if your lymphatic system is backed up, whether it's from years of eating junk or just lack of movement or even wearing really tight skinny jeans or yoga pants that cut you in half all day, your system might need a little help to get those garbage trucks moving again. So how do you know if your lymphatic system is screaming for help? You might feel really stiff or sore in the mornings, even though you did a whole bunch of nothing the day before. You might feel bloated and fatigued, even though you haven't done much today. You might have brain fog, maybe dry, itchy skin or swelling in some kind of random places. These are signs that the garbage trucks might be like stuck in traffic. They have lost the direction to your house. Or like if you missed trash pickup day for 42 weeks in a row. Now it's just all piling up. So when we stimulate the lymphatic system, we're helping our body do what it was designed to do. Clean house. Lymphatic drainage can reduce swelling, improve your circulation, boost that immune system, and even make your skin look better. It can also feel really relaxing, like a little spa day for your insides. It's nice. So let's get to the fun part. I'm going to stand up, move this chair out of the way, and I'm going to show you how to do a do-it-yourself lymphatic massage. Before we get started, I have a little word of warning. If you have a lot of built-up toxins, like the 42 weeks of garbage, please go easy. Start slow and be very gentle, because this can really stir up some reactions if it's your first time and you've got a lot of backed up fluid. When I did my very first self-lymphatic massage, I went a little rough because I'm sort of a go big, go home kind of person. In the next 24 hours, I was sweating when I went to the gym, and I did not sweat for years. I had crazy vivid dreams, and I had to use the bathroom a lot more over the next 24 hours. And I actually felt very emotional and shed a few tears. There was no pain. I think it just released some things. It opened up some channels, all of the channels. So I know that sounds crazy. When you see what I'm going to do, it's going to seem like, what is that supposed to do? But you may actually feel some things. All right, I'm going to rearrange here. Okay, here we are. This is weird. I don't normally stand up on YouTube. Also, you can see how much blank wall there is because it doesn't show up on camera normally. All right, here we are. When you do the lymphatic massage, it's best if you can make skin-to-skin contact, because any area that we rub, we're really looking to gently move the skin instead of rubbing. We're nudging a kitten. We're not scrubbing a pan. Okay. So we're going to go really light skin surface. The order matters. The order of the 6 spots. I learned this from Dr. Perry Nicholson. He does what he calls the big 6. So we're going to do a lymphatic massage on 6 areas very gently. And we're going to start with the collarbone area. When we rub the collarbone, you can go above it, on it, and below it. But what matters is that we're just stimulating. He says, everybody, go ahead. You can either join me or just stare like a weirdo. Let's go. This does not take long at all. For each spot, you want to get both sides of the collarbone. For each spot, you only need to do it for about 30 seconds. You can do taps. You can do back and forth rub. Again, you're moving the skin back and forth. And you can do circles. It does not matter counterclockwise, clockwise. We're just stimulating. Okay. Spot number 1 was what? The collarbone. Okay. Spot number 2 is in front of the ears and behind the ears. You could do like a Spock move. All right. You can do circles. This one is one where I really don't enjoy drumming there. It's not bad. You could do little pats up and down. Round and round, easy. Just move that skin around. This sounds so weird. And then pull down gently along the jawline, down to the neck. You've got all these lymph nodes through here. If you ever get sick or have a sore throat, as I did last week when I had a little bit of laryngitis, I think I caught a little cold from my kids. All good now. Okay, then that might be really sore. That's what I was getting at. These lymph nodes get really sore when we're sick. All right, spot number 3. You can go above your shirt or you can reach in and go under your shirt. But it's the armpit pectoral muscle area. So you can rub circles. You can do some pats and back and forth. You can also take this pectoral muscle and gently move it back and forth. Okay, we want to get both sides, of course. That's spot 3. So number 1 was collarbone. Number 2, around the ears and lymph nodes in your neck. And number 3, the armpit pectoral muscle area. Number 4 is the belly. Now, I've seen some people say to start with your hands on your back and kind of pull forward to the front. Do that a couple times. And then the belly. So particularly around your belly button. And again, you can go skin, surface level, move the skin around. Skin to skin contact is best. And you can do some up and down. This is good for digestion as well as lymphatic massage. Okay. That's spot number 4. Spot number 5, well, it gets awkward. It's the groin. Now, the groin is not your private parts. Although, when we do this massage together, I like to, in my classes, I have said before, listen, just tell everybody today's class was great. We all smiled, we laughed, and we rubbed our groins together as carnivores. Okay, the groin is the V where your legs connect to your body. So let's don't be weird. Let's all be adults here. We can rub in circles. You can rub back and forth. You can pat. Just take care of your groin, okay? Get in there, folks. Get in there. Nothing weird about this. Tonight at dinner, I told the kids and my husband what I was recording about. And my daughter, Julia, she's 13. She said, if anybody asks what my mom's job is, I'm going to tell her that she teaches people how to rub their groins and then records it on YouTube. Great. Okay. That was number 5. Spot number 6, I do need to move the camera. Spot number 6 is behind your leg. I'm wearing my husband's socks right now. They're very warm and fuzzy. Behind the knee, you can pat, you can do round and round, back and forths. Make sure you get both legs, of course. Don't want one properly drained leg and one not. Oh, I forgot to move the pillow back there. Okay. Okay, so those are the 6 spots. Collarbone, ears, neck, pectoral muscle, armpit area, belly, groin, and behind the knees. I will put that list in the description box below. Now, you're not done yet. Are y'all really participating? If you did this with me, could you just comment below. Say, I did it, or never in a million years, not doing that. I would love to know. The last step is move. So, some of the best ways you could move after a lymphatic massage are to bounce. This does not mean coming off the ground jumping necessarily, though jumping is a great thing to do. But you can glue your toes to the ground and just move your heels. Move your heels up and down. So, yes, bounce. If you wanted to dance, shake. All of this is great. If you take a walk, just go take a walk or even walk in place. You're kind of plodding along. So, what's the point? We have opened up these drainage pathways and now we're getting it to move out. Move out. That's the goal. If you have a vibration plate, I do. You could stand on it. A vibration plate is typically, you could spend hundreds, but you can get a pretty good one for $100. I will link to the one I have. I don't know that it's extraordinary. It's just the one on Amazon that got good reviews. That was in my price point. But if you stand on a vibration plate, I mean, you are going to be shaking and it is supposed to open up the lymphatic system. I also have a little mini trampoline. I love to jump on that thing and I love to march on it. I do a lot of walking in place on my little mini trampoline. Instead of watching TV, I do watch TV, but I don't sit. I put my little mini rebounder in front of the television and I just walk and bounce and shake all throughout whatever show or movie our family is watching. It sounds a little unhinged when I say it right now, but my family is very used to it. No one bats an eye anymore. Okay, I'm going to move this furniture back and sit down. I'll be right back. You get many bonus points if you just participated, and if you didn't, you are a rotten egg. Okay, you can do this lymphatic massage as often as you would like, as long as it's not causing you any weirdness or issues. So if you do experience weirdness, you just give your body a day or two to normalize and then try again. It doesn't mean, oh, something felt weird. I was peeing and crying and sweating. I should never do that again. Nay, my friend. That probably means you should definitely do that again. Just let your body get back to normal. All the weirdness is gone, and then you can try again. I've noticed that every time I did it, there was less weirdness. Now I can do it. I can do it every single day. No weirdness. And I think my lymphatic system is just like, whew, we are caught up. It's no big deal now. Be like taking out one little tiny bag of garbage every day. It's not the end of the world versus 42 weeks worth. That's a big deal. You only need to spend 1 to 2 minutes on this activity, and most people find that doing it a couple of times per week is plenty. And other people swear by the fact that they need to do it every single day. They must have had a lot of backed up lymph. And frankly, some people clear out their lymph naturally more than others. If you're really active, you probably don't have a whole lot of backed up lymph fluid. If you think you would like to work this into your routine, your daily morning routine, let's say, you could put a little post-it note on your coffee maker or on your air fryer or maybe on the outside of your shower curtain until you get into the habit of doing it. Put a little note on your mirror, maybe just lymphatic massage. You could even just jot down the 6 spots so you don't have to think about it so much. Eventually you'll do it without having to think at all. It just becomes really simple. And I will link to Dr. Perry Nicholson and some of his research and why he does this. It completely changed his life as well. Again, the order matters, but exactly how you stimulate each area really doesn't. If you want to do things other than just this massage to get that lymphatic system moving, just walking activity throughout the day, bouncing, stay hydrated. Seriously, water is very important for your lymphatic system. Avoid really tight clothes that cut you in half. You could try dry brushing, which is basically brushing your skin with this really fancy brush. There are some tutorials online, but frankly, I have never done it, so don't ask me. I do frequently bounce and use the vibration plate. Both are weirdly fun and highly effective for shaking up that backed up lymphatic fluid. Saunas are amazing, especially if you dry brush before you go in. And being in water, swimming, using a hot tub, or even cold plunging if you have a desire to hate your life a little bit more today. All of those methods will keep things flowing and give your lymphatic system a helping hand. So, there you have it, folks. Your lymphatic system is not just a boring biology topic. I've heard some people say that this was the extra step that they needed to feel a little better, to gain some added improvements from their carnivore lifestyle. Now, is it going to help? Is lymphatic massage going to help a lot if you're still eating garbage and sitting all day? I mean, that is a lot to ask from a 2-minute massage, you know? But if you were to combine this with consistency in your carnivore diet and small incremental increases in movement, especially the after dinner walk, then I do think that this is worth the 1 to 2 minutes that it takes. So if you're willing, let me know in the comments if you've ever tried it before, even if it was today, or if you're willing to give it a go or not. If you do start crying, sweating, peeing, or dreaming about flamboyant giraffes, don't say I didn't warn you, and I would love to hear about that as well. So if you don't mind, please hit like and subscribe for more tips. If you need help or would like to rub your groin with other carnivores, or would like a team, if you would like the handbook, the TDEE, people to share with daily, and live weekly meetings where we get together, we learn, we talk, we pray, we laugh, we cry, we share. It's great. It's good stuff. So thanks for joining me today. Let's eat the meat, save the humans, and clear out that lymphatic fluid, people. See you soon. Bye.